While many people may have no interest in Lil Dicky as a performer, the comedy show, loosely based on his own life, has plenty to offer outside of his goofy antics. The show touches on many of the critiques and characteristics of being a 20 or 30-something in this era. From the pressures of social media, with the struggle of gaining the notoriety you feel you deserve, to maintaining friendships in the accelerated pace of this world, all the way to experiencing the trials and tribulations of modern relationships. And for this video, I want to focus on the final sentiment listed here. Most people that have been in relationships can attest to the time and effort required to maintain them, and this show exemplifies these challenges as well as the beautiful and defining aspects of them, especially for younger generations. There are many moments scattered throughout the show where you can examine the dynamics between Dave and Allie and relate to them in many different ways. Yes, the particular situations they face are more exaggerated than in our own lives, but in any case, the emotions and feelings that they experience are very similar to what everyone faces. And perhaps what's best about these situations is that they don't come off as a core message or in any cheesy manner. They would rather use the show, don't tell approach, and it connects with audiences much better that way. On top of this, we have one of the most heartfelt and meaningful songs to come out from a comedy series, but we'll touch more on that later. First, let's examine a few scenarios and read between the lines a bit. But before that, let me just state the obvious here with a spoiler warning. Starting in Season 1, we learn a bit about Dave's fantasies as well as his own biological uniqueness and sexual preferences. I won't say them here to stay monetization safe, but if you've seen the show, you know what these are. Anytime Dave and Allie are getting intimate, Dave takes special effort to make sure his body is not very well lit, so she can't see his deformed member. While we may not have the same circumstance, we all have flaws that we're insecure and uncomfortable with. The show just amplifies this and puts a giant magnifying glass over it. We all laugh at the humor in it, but rooted deeply in there is the scary truth about letting your guard down and sharing these insecurities with our partners. This concept is incredibly uncomfortable to nearly everybody, as it's an opportunity for us to be rejected. We are forced to become vulnerable and simply await the reaction of our partner. Sometimes it can be a nerve-wracking experience just revealing your body to your partner for the first time. And it doesn't even have to be sexual. This could be just our own unique quirkiness and characteristics. Sharing your authentic self with somebody else for the first time can be a very uncomfortable feeling, and this show really takes it up to the next level. Especially with Dave's condition, which is based on a real situation that he faces in reality, which I have to give major props to for basing the show on such an awkward and seemingly embarrassing situation. Moving on to another unique situation in Season 1 was Dave revealing his fascination with a specific table. We all have our own unique quirks and peculiarities, but we don't share them with everybody. Some things we never share with anybody. So when Allie practically begged Dave to open up about his desires, it was a big deal for him to share something that could very easily be rejected with disgust. Luckily, it worked out for Dave, as Allie really ran with it and even went the extra mile. I respect this decision to have her character approve of this, as it not only set up a hilarious situation,
Let's go park on the street,
but it also showcased a healthy attribute that many could benefit from. Sacrificing a little bit of familiarity and comfort to please your partner is the cornerstone of a long-lasting relationship. While remarkably humorous and sexual, this particular situation exemplified that cornerstone remarkably well. Then in Season 2, we have another situation that every relationship faces: making mistakes and owning up to them. We face an epidemic of massive proportions these days, and that's taking accountability for your own actions. This lesson can be shown and exemplified through multiple moments in the show's two series. I liked the direction that they chose to take Dave and Allie's relationship in Season 2. Despite being vomited on and receiving a heartfelt admission of unwanted feelings, Allie still feels some sort of way toward him. Even if she feels nothing toward him, she still supports him and seems to wish him only the best. I think this is a tremendously lacking sentiment in today's society, so I'm very glad that they ended Season 2 on a good note between them. But this leads me to the inspiration of this video, Allie's song.
I did it all backwards. Now I'm all alone with my rap verse. You were the best at my worst.
Near the end of Season 1, Dave and Allie share a beautiful scene where the two of them are singing on a melody with auto-tune. I resonate with this moment so much. Dave is engrossed in his craft, his purpose, and he wants to share that passion with her. It happened to be poorly timed, but it was easily setting up to be one of the most impressionable memories that character would ever have. I have memories from past relationships that feel exactly like this. And that time, Dave is really just living, enjoying the moment with her. He isn't thinking about how special that moment was going to be for the rest of his life. I wish that scene could have been expanded upon, but it did fulfill its purpose. It made a moment beautiful with a memorable song that it could be tied to. The show tugged on your heartstrings just a touch before the end of Season 1, but the real tear was in Season 2 when he shared the final song with her.
Now I'm all alone with my rap verse. You were the best at my worst. And I miss you, Ollie.
We sit there feeling the strong pull of the lyrics, admitting to his own mistakes, and the sorrows he feels for losing the person that meant most to him. In this song, Dave also makes several references to other events within the show. The first verse,
I said we'd dance, I left you there. I left me there too.
he refers to the first season where he sings that exact line to her.
This weekend you're gonna dance with me.
Yes, of course, I love you.
And then he says,
I left you there. I left me there too.
I left you there, I left me there too. Because he did exactly that as well. Their relationship is implied to end at the wedding. Naturally, people move on with different lives as their relationship ends. The Dave and Allie that he knew was officially over, and he metaphorically left those two people behind.
You had my back, I puked on you.
While he did actually puke on her, this also implies that he was not willing to commit the time and effort to have her back and support her in the times of need.
I chased my dream so much it ran. I can't make jokes without your laugh.
Anybody that chooses to pursue a career in the entertainment and arts industries has to work hard to achieve their dreams. The path to success is paved with failure, so of course he's going to inevitably come across hardships and challenges. But the stress of it all was made easier with the love and support that she was providing with even the simple act of laughing at his jokes. And perhaps the most impactful and deep lyric of them all,
I did you like the rabbit, it's killing me to kill you. And you were the magic, but I fucked the whole thing up.
she mentions in her toast at the wedding that the real significance of magic is not the illusion or tricking someone, but simply the act of going to such great lengths to make an impression upon people, to make their lives better.
The magic behind magic isn't the illusion. It's that someone cared enough to create the illusion for you. The real magic is all of the work that goes into making somebody believe that magic is real.
Because without the time and effort put in to make the magic so magical, it wouldn't have the impact. We've all seen young people trying to perform magic tricks to which we're forced to feign bewilderment and surprise, but then we've also seen professionals perform illusions that truly do astonish us and leave notable impressions. But that excited feeling is a direct result of much experience and the time and effort it takes to create such illusions. That same time and effort is required for everything great in life, especially in relationships. It can be interpreted in a number of different ways, but I feel that in Dave's lyrics, I did you like the rabbit, could mean that he disappeared on her just like the rabbit in the story she told from her sister's wedding. He was so invested in his rap career that he would often be unable to be in her life as much as they both wanted. It's killing me to kill you. Another interpretation could be that he didn't put in the effort of keeping the secret from her about the magic trick like her sister did. He essentially spoiled the impact of the illusion by revealing the secret to how it's done. And it tears him up inside that he ruined that for her. And you were the magic. To me, this is just him saying you were the magic of the relationship. You were putting in the effort to make the relationship work. You were sacrificing for me and my happiness, but I didn't reciprocate that time and effort necessary. And as much as he knows the error of his ways, it doesn't take back the damage that it caused. Let me know what you guys think. Will Dave and Allie get back together one day? If you guys like the content, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos here too. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.